What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Whitfall. I'm going to walk you through how I'm currently designing and printing maxillary dentures in Exocad, which is a design program. So I like to, there's different modules we can use within the software, and I like anatomic pontic to design my denture. I can do all this great like gum tissue shaping and tooth design work. I have much more customization options in anatomic pontic, but then when it goes to print it, I want to print it in what we call a split file, where we print the pink in one and the tooth in another. So I've designed everything in anatomic pontic and saved it. Now I'm actually going to go into Exocad and I'm going to reload that STL file in the full denture, select print base and teeth, and you can see that yes, I am copy milling a denture. Okay, so then when it loads this in here, I'm not doing anything. All my design work is done. I am only going to load in that maxillary denture STL file that I made earlier. I don't put second molars on most of my dentures, so I'm taking those out now, and I've also removed all the connectors. So now I'm ready to go design. And again, I did all my design work earlier in anatomic pontic. So this is actually a very quick process. I'm going to find my file that I saved. That's my monolithic STL, and I'm just going to bring it into this copy denture module. So now I'm just positioning so I know which way the triangles are facing, and I am going to segment the teeth. This particular version of Exocad, I don't have the auto segmentation running, so I have to do it by hand, and this is actually great. It didn't work perfectly on one of these teeth, and I actually spent a little time trying to fix this, and it gave me a little bit of an issue. But that's, so part of what makes this work great in my hands is I like to segment these teeth. And you see this really just was giving me a hard time. It was wanting to not get the segmentation correct. So rather than fast forward through this, I am intentionally letting this play, because these are some of the things that happen. Sometimes you run this program and it auto segments perfect. Other times you got to go in and correct. Again, and this is what's happening in my hands. Every now and then one time it goes perfect and the next time it doesn't. But anyway, I've got this about all fixed up now. I think I'm still trying to get 2.4, 2.5. Now we've got it. So then the last one, dig segment. So this is what I'm doing, called correcting the long axis of the teeth. I used to not really concern myself with this, but then I found that for split file printing, if I fix that, they seem to fit better, like a lock and key at the end. So again, I'm not going to change my tooth design. I did all of this in anatomic pontic. I'm just kind of flying through the program. I'm excluding all the teeth for contacts. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I want to make sure I can have all my undercuts available, because I did all this palatal seal design work, all my post-dam, everything's already in here. I do not want to change it. I'm literally just trying to get to the end of this program to get right here. Now I have my base and I have my teeth. Everything's been segmented out for me, so I can print the base just like you see there and print the teeth. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to save each segment separately as different STL files. So what I'm doing here is I'm saving the base, if you will, and I just label it in something that I'm going to recommend or recognize. And then I'll come back and after I get this saved, you'll see here, I'm going to, if I can type there we go. I'll save the base and then save it original coordinate system. And then I'll click on the teeth and click off the base. And then I'll come through and I'll save that as an STL. Now, when I go to print this, I will print these separately. I'll print the base in pink and the teeth in the tooth color, and then I'll lute them together with this printing resin, and we'll have a phenomenal denture. I hope this video helps.